Hi, it's me again here, ChickenBone John here in the UK. I just want to talk a little bit about these things. Slides, bottleneck slides. I've been playing guitar, playing slide guitar for a long time. And like a lot of people, I just started out with a little chrome slide from the guitar shop and noodled around with it. And I got to thinking, if I lost it, what would I do? So I made my own slide out of one of these, a wine bottle. Cut the neck off and polished it off. Now, it's a very time-consuming thing to do to make a bottleneck and to get it right. And relatively recently, I stopped making my own because I know somebody who can make these things quicker and better than I can, and that's Diamond Bottlenecks here in the UK, in the West Midlands. So that's the slides that I use, and that's the slides that I sell. They're available in a huge range of styles, but they're classic ones, which are cut from wine bottles, are that traditional where we have the lip left on, single cut, and one which has got both. Oops, get it in camera. Got both ends cut off. I'll talk about a little bit about the pros and cons of each one. Diamond Bottlenecks also do hand-blown crystal ones and special slides for playing lap style. But I'm going to talk about the classic bottleneck. You can use a slide made out of most anything, but there are a couple of really important things, and this is one of the reasons why I really like glass. This is one that's been made for me with my name engraved on it. That's a blue glass made from a sherry bottle, nice and heavy. But there's a couple of things. One is the weight of the thing, and traditionally the wine bottles, they've got a very it's quite a thick wall. It's heavy and it's smooth. Now things like chromed brass are fine, they're nice and smooth, but quite often I don't find they're quite heavy enough, because what the slide's doing, it's acting as a fret. So normally you've got the whole mass of the guitar to hold your note and to give you the sustain. What you're replacing that with is a little piece of glass. If it's not got the weight, it'll tend to sound a little bit dead. That's one of the reasons I don't like the proprietary Pyrex slides made by a famous manufacturer, seems to share a name with the tyre company. And I find they're relatively thin wall. They seem quite light and they feel sort of soft. These are made from a traditional soda ash glass, whereas the proprietary ones, the ones which basically are just a tube that have been chopped off, are made from borosilicate, which is the sort of laboratory glass, which is designed to withstand high temperatures. And I find it sort of feels too soft under the string, and the mass of it isn't right. And I'd say the great thing about these traditional glass bottlenecks is it's got a beautiful smooth finish. Now the ones you get from Diamond, from my friend Ian McWee, I don't know if you can pick it up on this camera, they're very nicely polished. The ends are polished, and there's no seam on them as well to catch. When I used to make them, this is one of my old ones, and if you can see on that, there's still a little seam, which is no problem as long as you rotate it round to the correct position. Two main sorts: a double cut and a single cut. It's a matter of what suits. You can use whatever fingers suits you. I prefer my little finger because what it allows me to do, if I can get that in shot, is to do things. This is in an open tuning. I can put a bar across. I can also form a chord using these two fingers. allows you to fret, do partial chords. A lot of people use the ring finger as well, equally successfully. Does allow you to do a little stretch with your little fingers as well. There's no hard and fast rule. You want something that's not jammed tight onto your finger and not falling off. But what I often say is you just crook your little finger so it won't flip off. There's a lot of people do prefer the double cut, because then there's no lip to catch anywhere on your fretboard. But here, just a point to illustrate it. There's a single cut, and I tend to wear them with the lip down here, out of the way. But if you actually look, when it's properly positioned, that slide will cover all 6 strings. It's not often you need to cover all 6 strings. Quite often you just wanted to play on the playing on the top string here with the slide angled away, so I'm just catching the top string, going across the strings, but I'm sort of rocking the slide over the camber. I'm not actually hitting all the 6 strings at the same time. Very rarely you need to do that. That's it on electric. I find these good for electric, acoustic, resonator, cigar box guitars. I'm just playing here on my thin line telly. The great thing is, because there's no rough edges and it's so highly polished and durable, you won't get any scratches on this. You always get that lovely glissando, that slide. These are equally well at home as they on an acoustic or a resonator guitar. Looking to plug it in. Can't plug this in because there's an old timer. So they're equally at home on something like that, and also on cigar box guitars, the three string guitar I have here. They're just very cool for that. Again, you can, as I say, you can wear these with that way around, and especially with a narrow neck, you can hang the lip over the top of the fretboard. It doesn't get in the way. So I've got the end here, but I'm slanting it away. I'm going to go across all 3 strings, keeping the lip out of the way. So with the double cuts, you really don't need to worry at all about keeping that out of the way. You can be a bit more sloppy with those, but they're so beautifully smooth, nice weight, very smooth. I have tried a few heavy brass slides, and in fact I think I find them a little bit too heavy. The other great thing about the weight, as well as that, the great sustain, I'm not putting any vibrato on there, just letting the note ring, so it's the natural sustain of the guitar and that slide combined. See, that's holding nice long note. So the nice thing about the little bit of weight in it, it helps have that little bit of momentum or inertia for your vibrato, having that little bit of weight. Too much and I feel your fingers sort of being dragged around. not enough, and you feel like it's a little bit flimsy and you're having to work it hard. So I find these natural bottlenecks, the slides that are cut from a regular bottleneck by Diamond Bottlenecks over in Stourbridge in the West Midlands, they're absolutely ideal. You can get them from them online, or from me online, or from my stores when I'm doing the guitar shows up and down the UK. So if you've got any questions about slide guitar and choosing the slide, get in touch with Diamond Bottlenecks or myself at ChickenBoneJohn.com. Okay, happy sliding. Bye for now.